tonight's meeting.
Good evening, and welcome to tonight's meeting of the Town of Babylon Zoning Board of Appeals. The following is the procedure that will be followed tonight. The matters will be called in the order they appear on the calendar, with adjourned matters being called at the end of the regularly scheduled matters. Matters cannot be heard prior to their published scheduled time. When your matter is called, please submit the affidavit of posting to the secretary and proceed to the podium and give your name and address. The chairperson will then swear you in and read into the record information we have from your application, comments from various town departments, and any correspondence received on your application. The chairperson will then ask you to make whatever presentation you wish to make to the board. After you have made your presentation, the board will ask whatever questions the board deems appropriate, and then we will ask for comments from the public. If you wish to speak for or against an application, we ask that you wait until you are acknowledged. Come forward, give us your name and address, tell us where your property is in relation to the property that's in question tonight, and then please direct your comments to the board, not the applicant or the applicant's representative. We have to keep a record, and we cannot do that if there are people talking over each other or cross conversations. If someone has spoken for or against an application, and they have said exactly the same thing that you wish to say, it will have the same force and effect in the record if you give your name and address, are sworn in, and say that you join in those comments. If you have anything additional to say, please don't hesitate to do so, but keep in mind that you will be given only one opportunity to speak. After the public has spoken, the board may ask the applicant to come back to answer any questions that may have come up as a result of the public comments, or for the applicant to summarize. When the applicant comes back to answer any additional questions, if that happens, that does not start a second round of public comments. Once the matter has been heard, various things may occur. The board may decide the application immediately. It may reserve decision. If the board reserves decision, that does not mean the matter is approved or denied. It just means that the board needs more time to decide, may want to go out and look at the site again, or might want to review the documents and testimony further before making a decision. In either event, the applicant will receive the board's decision in writing shortly after the board makes its decision. If the application is approved, that does not mean that you can then go ahead and start construction, or whatever it is that you requested from the board. You will have to wait for the building permit to be obtained from the building department before your go-ahead. On some occasions, the matter may be continued for another night. If it is continued, in most cases it will be for the submission of documents, a new survey, new plans, or something of that nature. If that's the case, no one needs to come back on the new date. The documents will be submitted and no further testimony will be taken. On rare occasions, a matter may be continued for future testimony. If that's the case, then people would have to come back to testify. If matters are adjourned at an open meeting on the scheduled date of hearing, no further notice need be given unless specifically required by the board on the date the adjournment is granted. 3 rules that may affect your ability to proceed tonight. 1. If the sign was not posted for 10 days, we cannot hold the hearing tonight. 2. If you commence this proceeding while you own the property, but no longer own the property, and you are here now to continue with the application, you will need either the written consent of the new owner or the new owner to be present for the hearing. This situation could come about if you sold your house or building, money was held in escrow at closing for a certificate of occupancy or permit, and you're here tonight to clear that up. Lastly, if your application is a commercial application and it's other than a renewal, and there is more than one tenant in the building, then you need your landlord to be here. Is there any applicant that has any difficulty with those situations and would need an adjournment tonight?
Is there anyone that would need an adjournment? Please rise and join the board in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First application tonight is application 25244, property located in Deer Park on Overton Street, 142 Overton Street. Name and address for the record, please.
Good evening, members of the board. My name is Ashley Lowe Chianese from Lowdown Expediting. Our office is located at 131 Berkeley Place, Massapequa, New York, 11758. I am here this evening representing for our client, Mr. and Mrs. Reyna, who are the owners and occupants of the subject property located at 142 Overton Street in Deer Park. We are here this evening
Hold
as
on.
a...
1 second, let me just read it into the record. What we have.
Oh, yep.
Okay. For the record, we have a planning division memo dated January 13th, 2026, environmental control memo dated January 21st, 2026. If approved, this application will not result in significant impact. We have a survey by Peter J. Barbazon dated October 15th, 2025, tax map acting as an area map, and
Chairman, there's 6 photographs on the site plan by Robert A. Borhana, dated August 5th, 2025.
okay. Now, what would you like to tell us about the application?
We are here this evening as a result of an application filed with the building department for a proposed second-story addition and minor interior alterations. This property is located in a Residence B zone, and the sign was posted on Sunday, January 11th, and the affidavit was provided to the Board of Zoning Appeals. The front yard setback is 24.9 feet, where 30 feet is required, for which we are requesting relief of 5.1 feet. I would like to note that that is an existing condition and that the addition is going to be directly above the existing first floor to square off the second floor of the dwelling. This addition on the second floor will make it so there are 3 bedrooms, including a primary bedroom, a sitting room, 3-piece bathroom, and walk-in closet for the primary bedroom. There was at one point a request for an accessory apartment application to be renewed, but that will no longer be requested. The kitchen is going to be removed during construction. But should this be approved, and the Reynas will have the kitchen inspected as a result. I do have a copy of the letter for the accessory apartment board that we will be providing to them requesting the removal and the inspection. I can give you a copy of that tonight if you would like.
Sure, we'll include it in the record.
That's our only request. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Okay, thank you. Turn hearing over to Mr. Montiglio.
Good evening. How are you?
Good, how are you?
So basically, you're going straight up.
Yeah.
Basically, squaring everything off with the.
The only thing that's not being squared is the portico portion.
Okay. And the kitchen's being removed up there, so there's going to be no apartment whatsoever. It's just going to be single family dwelling,
Yes.
just the family itself.
Yep. The accessory apartment was occupied by a family member. It wasn't by somebody outside,
Okay.
so.
I have no further questions, Mr. Chairman.
Any other questions from the board? Would anyone like to be heard on this application? For the record, there are none.
Planning would just recommend a condition of approval that the accessory apartment be withdrawn prior to issuance of the CO.
Okay. Good.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to approve application 25-244, the condition of the accessory apartment application being reviewed.
Ron. All in favor?
Aye.
Steven, second?
Good luck.
Thank you. Have a great night.
Next application is application 25245. Property is located in Lindenhurst, 8 Frank Street. Name and address for the record, please.
Yes, hi, my name is David Labarca, 8 Frank Street, Lyndhurst, New York.
Okay, and you are?
The owner.
The owner? Okay. For the record, we have a planning memo dated January 13th, 2026. Previous approval by this board, application 15160, approved August 6, 2015. Another approval by this board, application 22019, approved on March 24th, 2022. Environmental control memo dated January 21st, 2026. If approved, this application will not result in significant impact. A survey by Michael Scalise dated February 18th, 2016. Tax map acting as an area map and
Chairman, there's 10 photographs.
need your name and address for the record, please.
Say it again?
Name and address for the record.
David Labarca, 8 Frank Street, Lindenhurst, New York.
Okay, and do affirm to tell the truth?
Yes.
Okay. My bad. Okay, what would you like to tell us about the application?
Everything is related to the previous variance, but what is important for us to keep the pavers because before we install the pool, we have flooded. Our basement got flooded because the ground level was the height of my backyard was sloped down towards the house, and my neighbor's ground level is 6 inches higher than mine. So we ended up with 6 inches of water around the house, and we got flooded twice. And I was keep that in mind when we installed the pool. With all the variance and all that, we ended up to finish the pool by November, close to December, and I couldn't install the pavers at that time. So we installed the pavers on spring next following year, but the pool guys sent the survey guy to do the survey in December. So that's why the pavers are not included in the pool. The survey on 2016, I believe. And what we trying to do is just to keep the water away from the house. We installed drains around, and since then we haven't had any flood, and again, in the basement. And the other objection, I believe, is the gazebo. The gazebo was there since 2010. I really don't understand why it's a problem now. And the other issue is the egress window. The egress window there's no other place to put it on. So to install the egress window, the only way is to install it on the side of the house, which is 6 feet between my house and the other property. But there's no other way to install the egress windows so we can legalize the basement.
Okay, thank you. Turn the hearing over to Mr. Rigney.
All right, you did a good job with your presentation. I'm just going to do a little following up with some of your answers there. When did you purchase the home?
2004, I believe.
So you came here personally for both reliefs in the past, right? Back in 2015 and 22, that was you both times?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you know we granted relief in the past.
Yes.
So the only issue I see here is the lot coverage. You know,
The lack of what?
the lot coverage, the amount of pavers and stuff.
Yeah.
We granted relief in the past 2 times. You got to work with us a little bit. You're over by a lot.
Yeah, I understand, but like I said before, it's just because we got flooded, and like I said, the backyard is sloping down. We have to dig in and make it split. Half of the pool, the slope goes towards the back of the house, and the other half it goes towards back of the goes back to the house. And we installed drains around so we don't have any more flooding.
But even if you cut it back and put like a garden bed with some runoff that it could go into the garden bed, that wouldn't be an issue, right?
Cut it.
You're
When?
talking about the back of the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have pavers right up to the property line there.
There's the pine trees and there's a garden that we have.
So you have landscape. So you do have landscape around.
Yeah, and I have.
So that,
No.
Yes.
You gotta come up and be sworn in.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Giselle Yvette Gauthier, and 8 Frank Street. I'm a homeowner also.
Okay. And you affirm to tell the truth?
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
go ahead.
So I was just trying to help him word it. So we do have a garden all around the pavers with the pine trees where there is dirt, and we have grass patches in the yard. It's not 100% covered in pavers. It's just around the pool that we paved.
So you have a 2-foot setback off the property line with the pavers? You're not right up to the property line with the pavers?
No, we have the pine trees
You
there.
have a buffer?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
That was
What-
also on purpose because we have to hold the water from the neighbor.
Right. Yep, that's what we're looking to accomplish, right.
Yeah.
When was the pool constructed?
2015, I believe.
And the gazebo was built when?
2010.
And you would agree to keep the gazebo open? You wouldn't enclose the gazebo
Yes.
or nothing like that?
It's always been like that.
Okay, and it's going to stay like that?
Removable tarp
Right.
during the summer.
Okay. And the egress window, why was it why did you put it there? What was the reason?
No, it hasn't
hasn't
been
been
installed
constructed.
yet. No, because
Okay.
we're waiting for the permit.
So would you,
The egress,
go ahead.
no, the egress window it's part of the basement, legalize the basement, and it's being required by the town to install the egress window.
Yeah, so that's the side where we could install it because we currently have a basement window. But I think the setback there is like a 6 foot, and we would only have a 3 foot, so we're asking permission to do it there.
Would you agree to keep the north side of your property open and not put any structures of any kind on the north side?
Yeah, there's no more
It is.
being done.
Right.
We've done a
No,
lot.
no,
Okay.
This is it.
I'm done with it. It's been 2 years waiting for all
Yeah,
this.
it's been a long
just-
process. Because he
I
does
mean-
it himself, so
I drove past your home today. It's beautiful. You have a
Thank
beautiful
you.
home.
Oh,
It's
you
well
did?
kept. It's very nice.
thank you.
If we were to approve this application, would you agree to these 4 conditions?
Yes,
Number 1, that the permanent enclosure of the gazebo, you don't enclose it?
No.
Okay. No further increase in the building area? No more pavers, no more structures? Okay.
No more construction.
Wet bar in the basement to be removed as per your plans?
Because
Okay,
it's not permitted, we were told.
right. And the basement to remain open area for recreation use only, right? No apartments down there, no
No.
nothing?
No.
Okay. All right. Mr. Chairman, I got no further questions.
Any other questions from the board? Would anyone like to be heard on this application? For the record, there are none.
I'm good. Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we approve application 25-245 with the 4 recommended conditions.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, that's it. We won't see you again.
nope.
Please, it's been too long. Have a
Good luck.
nice
Thank you.
evening.
Good night.
Thank you.
Next application is application 25-243 of TLC Auto and Truck Repair. Property located in East Farmingdale. Name and address for the record.
It's Keith Cordova of Crimson Architecture, 100 Elmwood Avenue, Selden, New York, 11784, excuse me.
And do you affirm to tell the truth?
Yes.
For the record, we have a Planning Division memo dated January 13th, 2026. Environmental Control memo dated January 21st, 2026. If we were to approve this application, it would need a negative declaration. A Suffolk County Planning memo dated January 22nd, 2026. Decision of local determination, take no position for or against. Survey by Pat Setafico, dated April 16th, 2025. Tax map acting as an area map. And
Chairman, there's 4 photographs on the site plan by Keith Cordova, dated November 13th, 2025.
okay, what would you like to tell us about the application?
Yeah, so as requested for the variance, requesting the special exemption permit to operate a public garage for automotive repair service. The proposed space intends to operate from Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Total employees is approximately 18 employed, not at the same time. There is no intent of a tow license. The front portion that was noted on the plans as retail is essentially for a waiting area and for administrative staff. and the acknowledgement has been reinstated that no outdoor storage is going to be used on the site. And any questions, I'm happy to answer.
Okay, thank you. So this is just for automotive repair?
Correct.
No body work, anything
No,
like that?
no body work, no paint shop, no spray booth, strictly mechanical auto repair.
Has your client had a business in the area or business in town of Babylon? Is he new to the business? Or?
Yes, no, he's actually currently in the adjacent property. He's expanding, so
Oh, okay.
he's looking to get a larger space and updated. So he's been, I want to say, at least in the space adjacent over 10 years.
Okay. All right, you answered all the other questions I would have had, so I have no other questions. Any questions from the board? We need fire marshal. Okay, so we're gonna need fire marshal. Have you had the fire marshal there?
Oh, okay, so we have the approval.
Yeah, we don't have it. So
Oh, okay,
we'll-
I can provide.
Do you know when the inspection was conducted? Do you know when the inspection was conducted for the fire marshal?
It hasn't been inspected yet because we got it, the application was approved. We went to the fire marshal.
It's gotta be brought in.
You gotta come up. I need your name and address for the record, please.
Daniel Mahoney, 9 Devon Road, Holbrook, New York, 11741.
And do you affirm to tell the truth?
I do.
Okay, go now.
I'm sorry.
Tell me everything you just told me again.
When we put the building permit application in originally about a year ago, we immediately filed for the fire marshal approval, which we got 3 months ago, 3 months later. So about 9 months ago, we got the fire marshal approval. But we haven't gotten it inspected yet because we haven't started construction because we haven't been waiting for this.
Okay, so the fire marshal also goes to inspections for all commercial zoning board applications. So they would go out there for this as well.
Okay.
So we'll be in contact with their office to make sure that they either are subject to their approval or if they want to go out now, let us know.
Okay, we do have approved drawings from the fire marshal though,
Okay.
for the future build out of the interior of the space.
Yeah, but we still need it for
Yeah,
this.
no, I
So, you should do that sooner rather than later. We have only one more meeting, and then the month of February, they're doing an upgrade to the system, so we're not going to have any. So if you can get the fire marshal there this week,
Yeah.
we'll take a look at it for next week on our agenda, all right?
Okay, do we need to come back again or no?
No. We just need the fire marshal to get send it into the zoning board
Get on that
office.
tomorrow morning.
Okay.
I agree to the covenants and restrictions.
Yeah, would you agree to the covenants and restrictions, standard covenants and restrictions
Yes.
on
Yeah, well, I reviewed
public
it.
garage?
Yeah, property owner and tenant agreed to the covenants and restrictions.
Okay. All right, I'm going to close the hearing, reserve decision. We'll keep the record open for the fire marshal's report, and then we can move the application, okay?
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
Thank you.
Can we just get your address for the record again?
9 Devon, D-E-V-O-N Road, Holbrook, 11741. Thank you. Have a great evening.
You too. Next application is application 25233. Property is located in Lindenhurst on East Beach Promenade. Name and
Justin
address for the
Phillips,
record.
NYCD Group, Expeditors and Drafters, 270 Spagnoli Road, Suite 210, Melville, New York, 11747.
Okay, and you affirm to tell the truth?
I do.
For the record, we have a Planning Division memo dated December 29th, 2025. A survey by Peter J. Barbizon dated November 16th, 2022. Tax map acting as an area map. Environmental control memo dated January 7th, 2026. Just, you have to be cognizant of wetlands, the title wetlands. Might need DEC.
We have a letter of no objection from DEC that was part of the building permit application. I have a copy here I can submit.
Okay. And a Suffolk County Planning memo. Decision of local determination, take no position for or against, and
Chairman, there's 3 photographs in the site plan by Martin A. Pesente, dated March 21st, 2024.
change the letter. Okay, would you like to tell us about the application?
All right, so we do have 6 variance requests before the board this evening. I'm going to do my best to address each one as quickly and clearly as possible and hopefully answer all your questions. Mr. Sari's filed a building permit application to erect a one-story rear addition and second floor addition over the existing footprint and to maintain an existing dormer expansion, second floor balcony, shed, and patio pavers, which were all installed by the previous owners without the benefit of a permit. Upon review of the property site plan, the building department has determined that 6 variances would be required to approve the proposed applications, bringing us here before the board. The first 2 variance requests relate to side yard setbacks for permission to diminish the west side yard setback from 10 feet to 6.2 feet and to diminish the total side yards from 25 feet to 15 feet. The 6.2-foot west side yard setback and aggregate side yard total of 15 feet are the original setbacks from the property's construction in 1953 and represent the current conditions of the property as it stands today. The property is 40 foot wide by 166.7 feet deep with a total lot area of 6,824 square feet in a Residence C district, making it a pre-existing non-conforming lot, as the ordinance requires all lots in Res C to have a minimum lot width of 75 feet and a minimum lot area of 7,500 square feet. The ordinance does provide provision for undersized lots that were in single and separate ownership on July 25th, 1954. However, this provision still requires a minimum lot width of 60 feet, which we cannot comply with. The proposed additions will square off the rear of the house and will be in line with the existing dwelling's diminished setbacks, and therefore we're not increasing the nonconformity. The residence with the proposed additions is also very much in line with the adjoining properties in size and setbacks. The third request is to increase the total building area from 30% to 40.2%. I'd like to note that this request is caused by the existing conditions of the property, specifically due to the existing patio pavers, and in no way is this increase related to the proposed additions at the second floor and rear of the property. Further, this request is directly tied to the remaining 3 requests we have before you to maintain the existing shed with diminished setback from 2 feet to 0.4 feet, and to maintain the existing patio pavers with diminished setbacks from 2 feet to 0.4 feet and 2 feet to 0 feet, respectively. In discussions with my client and at the request of the Planning Division memorandum dated December 29th, 2025, Mr. Sari has decided to remove the existing shed entirely, therefore negating the request to maintain that 0.4-foot setback. And he has also agreed to cut back the patio pavers by 3 feet from each side of the property line to create flower beds along the entirety of the pavers in the rear of the house. The removal of the shed and the cutting back of the patio pavers would revise our request to increase the total building area to 38%, down from the original requested 40.2%. We therefore wish to withdraw variance requests 4, 5, and 6.
Oh, good.
Lastly, the Planning Division has made recommendation that should the board wish to grant the relief requested, planning staff would recommend the following conditions of approval: that the rear yard deck with retractable awning not be further enclosed, and that the rear yard balcony not be further enclosed above or below. Mr. Sari would happily agree to these stipulations as he has no future plans of enclosing either. That concludes my presentation. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Excellent presentation. You
Thank
answered
you.
all my questions. So I'm going to do my part, and
Can we just confirm if they amend it to 38%, that's what's going to be at the final survey?
Correct.
Final survey.
Yep.
Okay.
so, Mr. Chairman, I'm going to make an amendment to remove application variances number 4, 5, and 6 on application 25-233.
Second.
To amend lot coverage on 3 to 38.
To amend lot coverage on variance number 3 to be 38%.
Second.
All in favor?
And then can we just address the accessory, if there's going to be accessory apartment?
Yes, this is going to remain a single family.
It's going to remain a single family. The additions that are being done are to enlarge the bedroom into a large living room, so there is no plans ever in the future of a accessory dwelling unit.
Okay. All right, excellent job.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Chairman, I got no further questions.
Any other questions from the board? Would anyone like to be heard on this application? For the record, there are none.
Mr. Chairman, I'm going to make a motion to approve application 25-233. as amended. I'm sorry?
With a condition.
What's the condition?
No, accessory apartment. Oh,
All right, with the, with the two conditions, that the rear yard deck with retractable awning not be further enclosed, and the rear yard balcony not be further enclosed above or below.
Agreed.
Okay.
second. All in favor?
Aye.
Short meeting.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Board. Have a good evening.